Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Before we get into this is Donald Trump's top 100 most embarrassing moments in office. I'm playing Switzerland on here. It's a piece of content I think I'd find interesting. You guys would find interesting. I'm not on either side here. Let's just see what. Let's get into it. See what he has to say, and go on how effed up is effed up. So let's jump into it here.
I just don't know about QAnon.
You do know.
I don't know. No, I don't know.
If you go out and you want to
Starting off strong, I has no idea what QAnon is. I think that may be true. Like, he might not know who QAnon is. He's the president of the United States. How is he going to know about some secret backdoor 4chan Reddit organization? So yeah, that he might not know who it is or what it is. I don't know. It's some organization.
buy groceries, you need a picture on a card. You need ID.
He wants to host next year's G7 summit at his own Doral Golf Club.
I don't even know what the G7 summit is. I do not care.
Take care of the floors, the floors of the forests. Very important.
Frederick Douglass is an example of somebody who's done an amazing job and is being recognized more and more, I notice.
Ivanka Trump, the president's daughter, is sitting in for the Secretary of State.
That one's impressive. I don't know Ivanka Trump's background, but sitting in as a Secretary of State just off of pure nepotism is kind of alarming. She may be a very qualified candidate, and if you know that she is, leave it in the comments below. But going off what I know now, which may be completely wrong, is she shouldn't be qualified to sit there. Next.
The president's daughter is sitting in for the Secretary of State.
That incredible
People are just nitpicking at this guy. Like that? Really? That made it?
night with the maps. And the Republicans are red, and that map was so red from Sachin Tendulkar to Virat Kohli.
Trump tweeting,
How do you know you mispronounced those names? If anybody who's probably told how to pronounce those names, he may butcher them on his own accord, but that may have been accurate representations of how you pronounce them in English. I have no idea, though. Again, neutral, Switzerland. Let's go.
the New York Times, they are a true enemy of the people.
I think we have enough of an interview here, Hope. Okay, that's enough. Let's go.
This Russian bounty story.
He pulled the plug. Go on.
We have multiple sources saying that Trump knew all along.
I was there for a tiny, little short period of time, and it was much more for an inspection. There was no problem during the day.
And said, quote,
Inspecting the bunker.
Crazy Joe Biden, he doesn't know me, but he would go down fast.
Crazy Joe Biden is acting like a tough guy. Actually, he's weak both mentally and physically, and yet he threatens me for the second time with physical assault. He doesn't know me, but he would go down fast and hard, crying. Wow, I did not know this was a real treat. Him and Joe Biden are going to run the 30? That's wild.
And hard, crying all the way.
They'll go out and they'll vote, and they're going to have to go and check their vote by going to the poll and voting that way.
People are flushing toilets 10 times, 15 times, as opposed to once.
The State Department is emphasizing to world leaders that they should stay at Donald Trump's hotels.
And they say the noise causes cancer. You told me that one.
Trump.
What are people going on about? The noise causes cancer? Like, what are we talking about here?
Ordered Robert Mueller.
Dude, look at this guy. Dude, this guy looks like he's out of a textbook. I don't know who this is. If you know who this is, he looks like some from Sandlot or like Pee Wee Herman. He looks like one of those fictional characters.
Special prosecutor be fired. The factory policy is wear a mask at all times, and Trump puts on goggles but no mask.
And we're building a wall in Colorado.
Colorado? What did Colorado do? Colorado's with the free Zaza. What did Colorado do ever? What do they do to anybody? Like honestly, for real, what are we talking about here? Colorado? Colorado?
A beautiful wall.
Trump floated the idea of swapping Puerto Rico for Greenland. The ramp that I descended after my West Point commencement speech was very long and steep, had no handrail, and most importantly, was very slippery.
Our Army manned the air. It ran the ramparts. It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do.
Wherever Trump goes, he tries to make himself seem dominant over whoever he's shaking hands with. Trump's strong looking.
He's not letting go. This is just a bit. That's it's not being strong. It's just about business. You don't want to be the first guy to let go in a business ordeal. When you want to give a handshake here, I'm gonna put you on game quick. This is what I was taught by like my sixth grade teacher. When you give a handshake, you want to give a firm handshake, not no floppy fish, firm grip, but not too hard like you're gonna break their hand, and look them in the eyes. How you doing? I'm the drink man.
Situation room photo was a staged photograph likely taken hours after the event.
Lock them up. You should lock them up. Lock up the Biden.
Lock them up.
Lock up Hillary.
I too have a nuclear button, but it is a
The North Korea leader Kim Jong-un stated that a nuclear bomb is on his desk at all times. Will someone from his depleted and food-starved regime please inform him that I too have a nuclear button, but it is a much bigger, more powerful one than his, and my button works. Wow, that was that an innuendo for something? Like they're comparing buns here. They're having a comparison here. Like obviously Trump, I'm American. Obviously it's bigger, dude. We have the biggest economy in the world.
is a much bigger and more powerful one than his. The narcissist in chief Donald Trump wanted his signature printed on all of the checks.
If you called a stimulus check, leave it down in the comments below. Who caught one stimmy check, two stimmy checks? What did you spend it on? Drop it in the comments below. If you're still watching here, comment stimmy checks in the comments.
He's not reading a presidential daily briefing that has been dumbed down to one page, mostly pictures, graphs, and maps.
Get that son of a bitch off the field.
NFL kneelers should be fired. I think Kaepernick was ultimately ended up let go. I'm not a football guy. Whatever happened to Kaepernick? He shouldn't have been fired though. I mean, he made his point, but firing is too harsh. I mean, if you believe it's right, you're gonna do it, but why would you fire him?
He's fired. He's fired.
So in Florida,
Whether you call it a vote by mail or absentee voting in Florida, the election system is safe and secure, tried and true. Florida voting system has been cleaned up. We defeated Democrats attempting a change. So in Florida, I encourage all to request ballots and vote by mail, MAGA.
I encourage all to request a ballot and vote by mail. The wind direction shifted and it sort of split his hair.
Dude, come on. Like, he's an 80-year-old dude, 90-year-old dude. Like, all right, now you're attacking. Like, once you start attacking physical appearance, like, that's a low blow.
Sort of back
Policy is one thing, but physical features, we don't need to go there. We don't need to attack physical features.
to front. Trump was laughed at by the entire room of world leaders at the United Nations.
One of the wettest we.
All right, we're cutting it off here. If you want part two, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. What is from standpoint of water? Not sure is water even wet, but make sure you drop that comment, like, subscribe if you want a part two. I'm malfunctioning here, but I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.